On October 7, 2023, Hamas, a Palestinian militant group, launched a major attack on Israel. This resulted in the reported deaths of at least 900 Israelis. In response, Israel's military conducted airstrikes in Gaza, causing the deaths of over 700 Palestinians. In this video, we are going to briefly look at the 100-year-old conflict between Israel and Palestine from the beginning until 2023. Palestine, which was under Ottoman Empire rule in the early 1900s, came under the British control after the British defeated the Ottoman Empire in World War I. Back then, Palestine was a land with a Jewish minority and an Arab majority. After World War I, Jews started migrating from Europe to Palestine since the British had the task of establishing a Jewish state there. Jews claimed Palestine as their ancestral home, but Palestinian Arabs claimed the land and opposed the move. After World War II, tensions between Jews and Palestinian Arabs as well as the British grew after more Jews arrived in Palestine seeking a homeland after the Holocaust. In 1947, the British handed over the conflict to the UN. Therefore, the UN devised a plan to separate the land into a separate Arab and Jewish state. Jews agreed to this plan, but Palestinian Arabs opposed it. In 1948, the leaders of the Jews declared the creation of the State of Israel. Since Palestinian Arabs opposed it, a war was fought between Palestinians and neighboring Arab countries on one side and Israelis, the Jews, on the other side. Israelis won the war and hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were forced out of their homes in what they call Al-Nakba, or the catastrophe. Jordan occupied land which became known as the West Bank, and Egypt occupied Gaza. Jerusalem was divided between Israeli forces in the west and Jordanian forces in the east. After 18 years and another war in 1967, Israel won again and occupied East Jerusalem, the West Bank, Gaza, and the Egyptian Sinai Peninsula. Then the UN intervened, and as a result, Israel still occupies the West Bank, although it pulled out of Gaza in 2005. So Israel claims the whole of Jerusalem as its capital, while the Palestinians claim East Jerusalem as the capital of the future Palestinian state. More than 6 lakh Jews now live in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. Israeli settlements in the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and along the border are held to be illegal under international law, but Israel refuses to acknowledge it. So what's happening now? Presently, most of the West Bank is administered by Israel, though 42% of it is under varying degrees of autonomous rule by Fatah-run Palestinian Authority with Mahmoud Abbas as the president. The Gaza Strip is currently under the control of Hamas after they won the 2006 elections. Hamas is a militant group committed to the complete destruction of Israel, so the UK, US and other powers have designated them as a terrorist group. Since then, Hamas militants in Gaza and Israel have fought several wars, including the one which is happening now.